chapter 8, verse 28, where it
Mhm.
talks about all things working. Hold on, let me read it. And we know that all things work together for the good of them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. All things. So that means those ashes, those fiery things that you went through, those bad things, those good things that you experienced, it's going to all work out. That's how God desires for it to, for those people that love him, for it to all work out for our good. And I'm so glad that you didn't allow the ashes of whatever pain that you were ever faced with in your life. You didn't desire to be anchored in those moments. You didn't decide to, just drown in those moments. You decided to allow God. You said, okay, God, I have no control over this. What happened? I'm going to give these ashes to you. Like, what will you have me to do? I just want to please you.
Mhm.
And I believe that's constantly at the forefront of my mind is, God, I desire to please you. I don't have any control over the situation that I'm faced with. I don't have any control over, okay, I'm doing what you told me to do. Now you haven't given me any more instruction to do. So okay, I'm casting it. I'm giving it to you. I can no longer, I can't do this. I know you're with me. I'm inviting you in, God. Tell me what I need to do. And I think when we get to that moment where we cast our ashes to God, that's the first stage. Inviting him in to cast it, to give it to him, to give him the ashes so he can build and give us beauty for those ashes that we exchanged with him. um, do you have anything else, any last words that you would like
Yes.
to say to the people that are listening that may still be mourning, that
Mhm.
still may be going through in their life, that may be faced with something right now at their doorstep and they don't know where to turn? They don't know, or they feel like, I'm not even in him like I should. I'm not in God like I should be. I mean, does he care? He probably doesn't care about me because I'm not in him. I don't sound like them. I don't pray like them. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to pray. Can you just give us some words of wisdom, for the
Mhm.
people that may be listening or watching today?
There's a few. There's three
Okay,
things.
good. Go
Is
ahead.
that
You got time, trust me. You got time to drop those seeds
I
of
have all the time.
wisdom.
Uh, um, the first thing I will say is that I remember just sharing with God, like these things that are painful, there had to be a purpose. Like you did not, like this did not just happen for me to just experience this. Like there's a purpose for it. So God, like, would you show me what that is? And I thank you in advance for it. And I think it leads to the second thing of like Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
Like, yes, I don't feel it at times, but thanking Him. And then I realized that the things that I'm praying for, God answered it in a way that I did not like it, right? Sometimes, like, He answers things that we're praying for in a way that we might not like it. And it might be a season or a time of pain, of like heartbreak or of confusion. But there's something that He wants to share with us in that space that I think that sometimes we chase the feeling of I want to be joyful, but sometimes He has us in the valley for to deliver something to us, and He can only speak to us in that space.
Come on.
Like
Yes.
He brings us to that space sometimes, and there's a reason for it. And I look back at all the moments that were painful, and it's like, man, did God speak louder in my valley than when I'm on the mountaintop, right? And and then like the third thing is I just remember just like being in the car at times, and I'm like, God, I just thank you that the moments where it's hard, like I thank you for those, because like it makes my joyness, like it makes my like my joy, it makes my peace, everything so much sweeter. Like I can taste it, and it's so much sweeter because I've experienced like you gave me the chance, you gave me the opportunity to see the other side of it.
Ah,
So like whenever we have like for example, um you might just be at a restaurant and you see this older couple and like the way that they like love each other, and that's so sweet. And like that's a gift, like just to see moments of just joy, or like kids like running around, like that's a moment of joy. And sometimes you just need to watch, you just need to like be present and just like not rush to the grocery shop and like rush through your list, or like go do your errands, or go to the gym and like you're just like doing a quick workout. Sometimes you just have to be present, and it's like, God, like what do you want me to see? Like highlight someone for me to talk to. And man, like whenever you go and speak to people and like just like say hi, how are you, or like how's your day going, I've had so many friendships bloom from that. And it's sometimes it's like, God, like let me not rush to the next thing.
That's amazing.
And then the next one is like this is where I'm at right now actually, and it's to enjoy my life. God desires us to enjoy our life. And I think at the times, like whenever things are harder, if you had lost someone, it's like the guilt, it comes back as that. And I'm so thankful for my mission trip, because I came back, and when I was there in Guatemala, I just felt so warm and welcomed by the people there. They're such beautiful people. And I did not expect to fall in love with Guatemala like the way I did. I thought it was just me. Like it was, my heart was like, God, I'm here to serve, to love others, and to just be present here. I know there's something that you have waiting for me here. I don't know what that is, but like I'm just going to be here, and I'm going to love on the people that you like, highlight them for me. And I was just really shocked, and just the people, like everything about it. I'm going back next year because I just felt, I didn't think I was going to go back, but I'm going back next year. But it's just like, what I recognize is that the people, even if they have less than us, that they have joy. And it's like, it doesn't make sense, because we live in a way, this is abundance, right? Like this is luxury. And there's people who don't have a door to their home. They don't have a roof to their home. They don't have a window to their home. They don't even have fridges in their home. And it's like, how does that make sense that they're joyful? I don't understand that, right? But I realize that their joy is actually true joy. And I say that because they know what's really important in this life, and it's not material things. It's not things that you can order on Amazon for just like same day delivery. It's not things. They value each other. They know the true importance of life, and it's embracing each other, being present with each other, and they appreciate everything that they have, and they're just so much joyful than us. And the people there, they're so giving, they're so generous, and it's like they don't have much, but yet they still are giving. And it's from that appreciation, it's from that love, and like, I care and thank you. Like, it's just really a Thanksgiving. There's a story where I wasn't there to witness, but a friend had shared, and she said that there was this mom who had a whole pot of tamales on the stove, like, and she was just so appreciative that there's a stove installed in their home that's smoke free, that she just kept putting tamales on this plate. She had a whole family to feed, so many kids to feed, but yet she did not question, did I had enough for my kids? So then it made me think, am I living a life where I don't like store up my treasures? I'm not like a squirrel storing up my nuts for the season. Like, am I generous and just giving? And she did not question, she did not hesitate. Oh, I'm only going to put out 4. No, she just kept pouring them out on this plate. And so, like, to me, what stood out from this trip was that the people there are so much more generous than us in our abundance. Like, the generosity. And like, to me, I want to live a life of generosity, even if I don't feel it, showing up and just being generous. And it's like, okay, God, I am like running late to something, but it's like, no, like, you want me to turn around and say something to this person. It's like, would you slow me down? Would you interrupt my day?
Right.
And so, like, from this trip, I felt like God gave me the space to like really enjoy life and embrace life and be present in where he has me. And I realized that I've been living in a space where I had a playground inside of God's playground. Like, I made it so small for me, where I suffocated myself, where it felt safe, where it felt like I knew, but God he has so much for us. He has an abundance for us that he wants us to enjoy. And the enemy will get back to you every time to try to make you not enjoy your life. That's but right. but like enjoying your life is also doing God's will. Like it is glorifying to him because he desires us to just be with each other, be with him. And it's like the best places to be is like whenever you're in his presence.
Yeah.
And when you're in his presence, don't you feel joy and peace? And it's like you're just like, it's just like the best, it's just the best feeling ever, right? So it's like, why would we not want to enjoy life when we're in his presence? Like, why would we want to dim that down? It doesn't make sense. So
those are all beautiful words. The beautiful words of encouragement that you gave. Yeah, enjoy life.
yeah.
Enjoy life. Invite God in. Remember to invite him in. Remember to show up.
Yes.
Those are all key. Those are all important keys that we want to keep close to us and remember those moments. Remember those things. So in those moments, we will have that and they will free us. Those things will free us from whatever that is that we may be going through. And that way we won't be anchored in those ashes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go back and watch this